Hi, I'm Tulsi and welcome to our bodyweight session today. It's mostly going to be about core work and anterior, posterior obliques. All you're going to need is a mat, and let's get started on your bodyweight trunk session today. Of kneeling onto our mat, and I want you to come into a cat-cow position. So our knees are directly underneath our hips, our hands are directly underneath our shoulders. And all I want you to do is just rotate and just circle one way. Now, a lot of times we wake up from sleep, we might have slept awkwardly, or we might have got some niggles from sleep. And this is a really, really good one to open up our back and hips. And as we're doing this, I really want you to consciously pull in that belly button and keep rotating one way. We're just loosening up our lower body, getting some heat around the shoulders, around the wrists at the same time. And the good thing about this one is you can take the range of movement that suits you, yeah? Whatever you prefer. If you want to increase the range of movement, taking it over those fingertips, down towards the heels, that's perfectly fine. Now this time we're going to circle in the opposite direction, just to balance everything out. I really feel like when I do this one, it centers my mind into the exercise, into the session. So it's a really, really nice way of just getting used to some movement, getting your mind as well as your body present into what you're doing today. Now, because we're going to do a lot of flexion work, what I'm going to get you to do is flip over with that hand and just push back with the heels, with the hips, sorry. So we're just gently straightening it up and just easing up any stress around the wrists. Yeah. And then relax that right hand, swap sides, take the back of the palm into the mat, fingertips towards you. And again, you don't need to go very far before you start to feel the stretch on that forearm. So it's a really, really good one just to get some heat into the wrists, because we will be doing a lot of flexion work. So it's nice to go to the opposite side. So one more on each side. Flex it towards you. You're going to feel a nice stretch in that forearm. Try and keep the back of the hand into the floor. And then the opposite side. Just gentle stretches. If you can straighten the hand and the arm on this one, great. And if it's feeling uncomfortable, you can just bend the elbow. Yeah? Okay, so in this one in particular, what we're going to do is just go into some neck stretching. Our hands are going to be beside us and we're going to sit on our heels. Now if this is uncomfortable, just sit with legs crossed in front of you. So hands down, I'm just going to get you to gently tilt the right side. So right ear to right shoulder, and just reach out with the left hand as far as you possibly can go. And drop the left shoulder down, just giving yourself a little bit of a neck stretch. If you find there is stress around this area, I just want you to take a deep breath in and then exhale. Try and relax it as much as possible. 2 more breaths. Last one. Now before we transition over, I want you to drop your chin down towards the chest. You're going to feel the back of the neck stretch here. And I just want you to hold this position. Again, 2 more stretches, 2 more breaths, sorry, for the stretch. Okay, and then take your chin right down to center. We forget about the back of the neck. So this is where you're going to feel the length in the back of the neck and possibly into your recti spinae muscles. So drop the chin down towards your chest and peel the shoulders away from your ears and hold here. Take another deep breath in. Transition your left ear over to your left shoulder, and this is where I can definitely feel some tightness around my right side. And remember, you do you. If this is enough, stay here. Now, if you want to extend it, you can walk that right hand out alongside the floor, and you're deepening in that stretch. But remember, I want you to breathe through this. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Relax any muscle tension around that area. Take another deep breath in and relax. Let's do one more for luck. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Beautiful. Just tilt that leg forward, so pointing the forehead towards the edge of the mat. Release any more tension that you might have found in the front of the shoulder, in the back of the neck. Take another deep breath in, drop your chin down to chest, and then come straight back up to neutral. Now hunch your shoulders up against your ears and just drop them around. So this is a very specific warm-up, just to get some mobility and loosening up any of those muscles around the head, neck and shoulders. Taking a deep breath in, we're going to take those arms straight out in front of us, sweeping the hand underneath and then opening up. So we're trying to aim to touch the back of the shoulders, and we're just crossing our elbow over each other. Each and every time, swap over which elbow is leading. Taking a deep breath in and exhale. Good, couple more. Okay, beautiful. Now that we're in this position, and hopefully if you are cross-legged, fantastic. If you're not, remember, what you can do is just push a little cushion or a pillow underneath your bum, just to give you that slight elevation. I'm only moving to the side this time because I wanted you to see my back. So because I'm pushing my hips down towards my heels, I'm now going to walk my hands in front of me. Just create space so you're widening up your knees. Taking that left hand straight down in front of you, you can bend the elbow, and your right hand to your right ear. Elbow to inside elbow, and then we're going to rotate up towards the sky. So we're going to do 10 of these, okay? Rotate up. Remember, the rotation is coming from your upper back. I want you to follow the gaze and follow your elbow all the way down and all the way back up, yeah? Any tightness you may be feeling around the back, just breathe it out. Go easy on yourself. You are here today, you pressed play, you are tuning in, and that is a big, big deal. So, well done to you. Give yourself some credit. Good. Okay, so because I was talking and motivating, I completely lost count. So I'm just going to do another 2, and we are going to swap sides. So taking my right hand down this time, my left ear is just going to be clasped under, elbow to elbow. Rotate it all the way back up. One side might be tighter than the other, so just go with the range of movement that suits you. Try not to make it that it's uncomfortable. This should actually improve movement the more and more you do the repetitions. Yeah, so it should feel better rather than hurting. And remember, if anything hurts, just take a step back, pause, give yourself some time, and then you can always do the modified versions in the series today. Okay, last one. I was counting that time. I learned my lesson from the first one. Okay, so taking a deep breath in, all we're going to do is come up back onto our hands and knees, and we're going to open up our hips, yeah? So extend that right leg, lift it up from the floor, bringing it all the way in. So knee to elbow, as close as you possibly can. We're going to be working on those obliques today, so let's get them fired up already. Taking it all the way back, we're going to extend that right leg across the mat, bending that knee, bringing it into the elbow and as close as you can to that pinky finger, yeah? Now the reason I'm getting you to do it slow and controlled is purely because we are lifting and really eking out the obliques working here. So the whole point of this one is you're pulling that belly button in, squaring off the hips, As you raise up your legs are now getting engaged. Your obliques are now targeting as you open up the hips and drop that leg. We've just got 5 more here. Extend. Bring that knee to elbow. Bring it in. I don't know about you, but you may feel your range of movement improve just as you're bringing that leg in. So just giving that access for the hip to mobilize. If you're somebody who's been doing a lot of work on your computer, at your desk, a lot of Zoom calls, this is a really good one to just opening up the hips and loosening up any tension and tightness that you might have generated from work. Okay, perfect. So this time we're going to extend that left leg, square off those hips. Remember that hip is pointing down towards the floor, bending that left knee towards the elbow and plant it into the floor. Now don't worry if you can't get that close to your pinky finger. This is completely normal. And I just want you to work towards it. So it's great if we can get it right the first time around, but it's even better if we don't, because then we've got somewhere to go, right? Extending that leg, lifting, sweeping into the elbow and dropping it down. Now I've already figured out that my right side is a lot tighter than my left. So this side seems a lot easier. And the opposite wasn't difficult, but I definitely felt myself having to work that little bit harder to get my knee closer to my elbow. But again, it's completely normal, completely fine. 2 more to go. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit looser in those hips. So we've had a little bit more of an extensive warm-up today. And that's a good thing, because it's all about core anyway, right? Okay, perfect. So this time what we're going to do is we're going to go into a lunge position, a bird dog position. So hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, extend that right leg just as we've done in that previous one, lifting that right leg and holding position. Extend that left arm straight in front of you and hold. This is where we're going to generate some of that heat in that body. Now, as you square off the hips, point both hips down towards the floor, raise that right leg up a little bit higher and reach further forward with that left hand. Hold it here. Keep driving that right hand into the floor, pulling that belly button in. 2 more breaths here. Last one. Beautiful. Dropping that left hand down, dropping that right foot. Extend that left leg. Raise up from the floor, square off the hips, pull that belly button in as you raise that right hand. Good. Keep breathing here. Pushing down with that left hand, securing yourself into the ground, reaching, really extend that right hand forward. Keep pulling that belly button in. Keep squeezing the glutes. 1 more breath. Dropping that right hand down, dropping that left knee down. Perfect. This time, take a quick drink. So our warm-up is done, and we are going to go into the first series of exercises, okay? So the first one will be our oblique crunch. And as we're in a push-up position, we're going to take in our right knee to our right shoulder. Yeah? Take your left knee to your, left elbow. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go into a 3-legged crunch. So once we've done 8 repetitions, we're holding this position and we're going to raise our right leg up and then bring our knee in between those hands, yeah? This is your rest, because you're extending through the spine, lifting that tailbone up, and then your knee is going to come in, yeah? The next one, so the third exercise, is elbow down. So make sure you can touch the back of the hands. Elbows are down, your feet extends. Now really tighten up the core here, yeah? Holding in, so drawing the inner thighs together, squeezing the glutes. We're going to drop the hips from side to side. Now we're not collapsing, we're just maintaining that core integrity, working into the obliques. As soon as we're done, we're dropping into the floor and we're going to go for back extension holds and a few pulses. So those are your 4 exercises. We're going to do 1 full round and we're going to take a couple of seconds rest in between that, yeah? So now that you're with me, I'm just going to untuck my arms just to give me a little bit more space. Hands spread apart, so fingers spread apart, palms down. Extend both legs into a plank position. Take a deep breath in for our first round. Right knee to right elbow, back again. Left knee to left elbow, back. Right to right, left to left. Keep it strong, tucking that tailbone in, belly button in. We are halfway. Good. Nice and controlled. Remember, you can keep your foot on the floor if it's helping you at this moment. This is our warm-up round, but it just gets us used to the exercise as well. Good, last one. Beautiful, this time you're going to push yourself back into a triangle position. Center your left foot in the middle of the mat and raise the right leg up. Take a deep breath in, crunch knee straight in between those hands and extend. Belly button pulled in. So basically we're just doing a crunch, but this is where we're working the wrists, we're working the shoulders, we're working the stability. Belly button pulled in. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Good. And swap sides as you extend that left leg all the way out, bending that knee in between those hands, generating that heat into the body. Kicking that leg up, halfway, 4 to go. Beautiful. Kicking those legs out a little bit wider, dropping the elbows down, and we're just going to scoot your hips from side to side. Good, 4 to go here. I don't know about you, but my shoulders are on fire. Last 2, last 1, and drop it down. Hands directly over, so about underneath the armpits, and elbows are squeezing in. Lift up. So I had a crazy brain moment then. Didn't know what my words were. So remember, 8 reps on every exercise. Last 2, last 1. And sit back into those heels. Give your back a little bit of a stretch. Fingers spread apart, palms down. Extend both legs into a plank position. Take a deep breath in for our first round. Right knee to right elbow, back again. Left knee to left elbow, back. Right to right, left to left. Keep it strong, tucking that tailbone in, belly button in. We are halfway. Good. Good, 3 to go. 2. Last 1. Good, pushing those hips nice and high. And just center your foot in between that mat, raising that right leg up, knee in between those hands. Extend out, in. Extend.
Good. Pushing the ground away as you extend, pulling that belly button in as you crunch. Last 3. Beautiful. Extend back. Just make sure your foot's nice and even as you swap and raise the opposite leg, bringing it all the way in for 8. Good, halfway. Stick with me, keep pulling that belly button in, stretching out the hamstrings, pulling our core in, working our shoulders. Last 1. Good. Dropping down onto your elbows, clasping your hands if it's easier, extend those legs and just shift your hips from left to right. Bringing your body back down into the floor, hands alongside your armpits, palms down, elbows tucked in, lift up and pulse for 8. Try and keep your forehead in line with the floor, belly button pulled in. Regulate that breath through breathing in through your nose. Pushing back into those heels. And just opening up the back and just giving yourself a little bit of a breather. 20 seconds on the clock. We are resting. So they are very, very quick exercises, and this is why we do need a little bit of a rest in between just to get our breath back. But it really does generate the heat around those shoulders. So that was our 20 seconds. As we extend those legs all the way out, knee to elbow. I forgot to say we're doing 4 rounds on this one. So this is our 3rd. And we've only got 1 more after this one. And we are done before we move on to the next set of exercises. So remember, 8 on each side. When you're ready, push yourself into a triangle, center your 1 foot. Actually, you know what? I'm going to center my opposite foot this time and lengthen out. Because it's our 3rd go, I'm going to start with my left. Challenge yourself, push yourself beyond your comfort zone of what you would normally do. And you might surprise yourself how much your body is stronger and able to manage with that change. Bring that knee in as close as you can, a little bit further than you did last time. Last 2, 1, as you extend and swap. Lift, 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 pull it all the way in. See if you can draw that knee in a little bit closer this time. 6 to go. Good, halfway. Dropping the feet down, hands in prayer position, elbows down, feet extend, drop the hip from side to side. Remember, you're pulling in that belly button. We are not collapsing to the floor, but just shifting from left to right. Dropping that body down. Now to make it a little bit difficult, hands extend, feet extend, forehead in line with the floor. We're going to lift up with our upper body, drop it back down again. Lift up, lower. Keep your feet on the floor if you can. Lengthen and reach with the arms. Last 4, 2, 1. Bringing those hands underneath your hip shoulders, pushing yourself back into child's pose. And breathe. Our last round,
Whew. Take a quick drink if you need it. That was our 20 seconds. Palms down into the floor, legs extend. This is your last one, make it count. Knee to elbow, bringing everything in, getting strong. Squeezing that belly button, pushing the ground away with the palms. Good, last two. Last one. Kicking your hips high up to the sky. Center your one foot, raise the opposite. Just nice to center yourself, to give yourself a little bit of a breather before you bring that knee all the way in between the hands and raise. Exhale it in. Inhale and straighten. Exhale, crunch. Really pull that belly button in, round that back if you can. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Taking that leg back down, extend the opposite, bringing it all the way in and extend all the way back. Imagine you're pushing your leg towards the ceiling and then bringing the knee as close as you can to the end of the mat. Getting that momentum in. 4 to go. Good, last 2. Last 1. Dropping those knees down, dropping those elbows down. Extend the feet a little bit wider this time and shift your hips from side to side. Pulling that belly button in, squeezing the glutes. Last 4. 3, 2, beautiful. Dropping it down. Extend those hands straight in front. Remember, you've got options of which one you prefer. This time, extend those back legs. Forehead in line with the floor. Raise your upper body up. Lower with control. Raise. All the time, keeping your feet off. So you've got different progressions as we've evolved through the sets. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Pushing yourself back into the heels, giving your upper body a little bit of a rest. Okay, we've got 1 minute rest on this one. Grab a quick drink, pause for a second, and just get your breath back, because the next sequence will just be that little bit different, okay? Position, we're gonna start from standing position, walk out to an inchworm. We're gonna hold position. We're gonna drop ourselves over to the one side and stretch up. Now I want you to be careful about this. With this one in particular, your modification will be, when you're in an inchworm, drop to your knees, extend that right leg, keep your left knee on the ground. This is your modification, yeah? You're still getting an oblique twist. For those of you who are following me, you're gonna then drop over to the opposite side and then raise. Remember your option. You're gonna drop that right knee, open up as you extend that left. So basically, whichever side you are opening, get the opposite knee down into the floor, yeah? The next one will be, from this rotation, we're gonna bring in a forward lunge, raise up, drop it back down again, raise up as you swap legs, drop it back down again, walking it all the way back. That was 1 rep. Okay, so are we ready? We're gonna do this all together. So we're gonna do 5 reps, pause, 5 reps, pause, yeah? Legs, arms, abs, everything's going on this one. So let's get started. Drop it down to the floor, into an inchworm. If you're coming with me, rotate to one side, back to a plank, rotate to the opposite, back to a plank.
pushing through that leg as you raise up to a lunge, dropping it down again, back to a plank, pulling the opposite leg through into a lunge, back to a plank, walking the hands all the way back to the legs. That was one. Come with me, back down to an inchworm, belly button pulled in, rotate to the one side, to a plank, rotate to the opposite, to a plank, feed that one leg in, stand up to rise, drop it back down again, plank, lunge, lift, drop back down again, plank, walk back. Okay, beautiful. 3 to go here. Walk it out, rotate, plank, rotate, plank, lunge, lift. Remember, you could do a kneeling lunge here. If you push your leg forward, you can always drop that back leg. This is a really good lunge anyway to open up the hips. Sorry I didn't mention that modification before as you walk back. 2 to go. Guys, for those who are doing modifications, I'm going to do the modification this time. So knee down, rotate, plank, knee down, rotate, plank, lunge, knee down, lift. Yeah? Plank, lunge, knee down, lift. Come back in with me, back to a plank, walking it back out. This is our last one, whether you're going the full version or the modification, which I will show you now. Knee down, rotate, back into a plank, knee down, rotate, back into a plank, lunge, knee down, lift, swap legs, knee down, lift, plank, walk it back. Beautiful. Grab a quick drink, take a quick rest, 20 seconds on the clock, and then we will start back in again, okay? Not much time to rest in between. Walking straight into an inchworm. Let's get a little bit more speedy in terms of our transition into a side plank. Rotating up, pushing up to a lunge. Get that balance. Back into a plank. Swap lunges. Pulling it all the way back in. Walking it out, stretching those hamstrings, back in again. Remember, you can take the modification at any point, but you do you. Feel with what works, maybe change it up like I did, do some modifications, and then go back into the full ones when you're ready. Pulling it in from the waist, always integrity with the core, pulling it in towards the spine. As you rotate, as you lunge, get that stability, look at a point in front of you for focus, for balance, pushing that front leg through, walking it back. Last 2. So we're opening up our shoulders, working into the obliques, working into the hamstrings, quads, hips, glutes, and of course the core. Beautiful. I'm pretty sure this is your last one. Rotate, rotate, lunge, and lunge, and then walk it all the way back. Good effort on that last one. We've got 20 seconds rest, grab a quick drink, and let's get started for our next session. Guys, we've got 3 more rounds, so is it 3 more rounds or 2 more rounds? Walking it out. Side plank rotate, side plank rotate, lunge, lift. I'm pretty sure this is round 3 and we've got 2 to go. Breathe through it. Focus on the muscles that you are working today. Pulling everything into midline. Remember your modifications. If at any point you need to swap them, walking it back out, rotate, lunge, good, 3 to go. Squeeze the glutes in, don't forget about the glutes, especially when you're rotating. That will keep you stable and strong from midline. Good, last 2. Squeeze the glutes as you're in the lunge, getting you nice and balanced. Good, last one. Pulling in from the waistline, squeezing those thighs together. Nice tall lunge. Swap. Walking it back. And well done for that last set. Really hitting it hard. Okay, 20 seconds rest. Let's get focused on this next set. Grab a quick drink and let's get back to it. And off we go. 5 reps. See if you can really push yourself and eke out everything in the exercise. Getting the breath controlled as you move in and out of positions. Good, 3 to go. Don't forget to just pause, making sure you're honing in on that technique. Every movement is done with intention, done with focus. Good, last 2. Walking it back, make sure your hips aren't shifting too much on your lunge and your inchworm. Last one. Lift. Look at a point straight in front of you, pushing that knee into midline, balancing up as you come into standing. The shorter rest was purely for us to gather our breath back, but not enough to reduce our heart rate too low, okay? So when you are ready, back down to a plank. Rotate, try and push your opposite leg in this time for your lunge. So the one that you haven't been using, go to the opposite side first. Test yourself, push yourself. See if you can really eke out, challenging your mind to think about what you're doing, as well as your body to grow and strengthen. And you will definitely see a return because of the consistency. Good, 3 to go. With intention, nice strong side plank. Nice strong side plank. Really big lunge. Lift up that chest. Swap and lift. Beautiful. Back into your plank and inchworm. Last 2. Make these ones count. Strong side plank. Strong side plank. Strong lunge. with intention, rise up, walking it back. Last one. Whoop. I forgot my side plank. I was doing so well until now. That's what getting cocky gets you, see? I was trying to speed it up. Walking it back, standing up. Amazing, good job. So now we've got 20 seconds rest. Take a quick drink, get your breath back. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Really focus on your breath work so you can come back into the next set, ready to go. Okay, so I will just show you for this one. We are going to go into a plank. We are going to go into a calf stretch, so touch our calves, knee to elbow, jump in, stand up, jump back, reverse it, knee, opposite elbow, touch, touch, walk it back. So we're going to do one set, 5 reps, yeah? I will talk you through it. So back into our inchworm position, hold position, knee to elbow, feet out wide, touch your calf, jump in, stand up, back in, you can step back, opposite knee, opposite elbow, touch calf, walk it all the way back. 4 more reps to go. Back to an inchworm. Same knee, same elbow. Touch your calf, jump in, stand up, jump back if you can, opposite knee, opposite elbow, walk it back. 3 to go. In you go. Knee, knee, calf, jump, stand. You can step back, remember, opposite knee, opposite elbow, touch, all the way back. Last 2. Walk it out. Same knee, same elbow, touch calf, jump up, step back, opposite knee, opposite elbow, touch, walk it back. Last 1. Same knee, same elbow, touch, hike those hips up, jump up, jump back, opposite knee, opposite elbow, touch, walk it back. Thank you so much for supporting and joining me for this session today. I really hope you enjoyed it. Comment below if you did, and let me know what you did enjoy about it. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe below. And I really appreciate all your support and you watching these videos. I hope you get a really good burn and benefit from it. So, all my love, I'll speak to you soon. Bye!